Yo guys, it's your boy Life Master. Welcome to the program once again, still on Entertainment Zone. Finally, I got a guest on the hot seat. Yeah, this is the hot seat. I finally got a guest on the hot seat. So today is gonna be more interesting, like always. Yeah. So, what you say?
Yo, what's up, Ben, my man?
You're good.
I'm good, man. How's it?
It's been a while.
My man, ish. Tried to come, and then, ish, things happened,
What happened?
I don't know. Ish, if I had to tell you that story, my
A
man.
lot happened.
So this nigga's sister came, you see? Man,
Yeah.
she took us to group for the whole week. So every time we had to come to the podcast, we couldn't come.
I know
We were there.
I noticed. I noticed. I'm
We
like,
were there, man.
and it happened on the weekend. I was like,
My man.
Thursday, Friday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You was talking about Thursday, Friday. There, my man, there was nothing happening. Me, I'm talking about Monday.
Yeah.
Monday.
You were moving on Monday.
Monday.
Why is like
Tuesday. I'm still on Wednesday. For 2 weeks.
so that means I was out of everything.
Man, my man.
There was no way you were gonna make it up to
My
me.
man. Yeah,
Me, I noticed like you busy, so let me just.
Yeah,
let me
that's
just
what happened, my man. I just couldn't attend, man. Sorry, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
just the honest truth.
Yeah, no stress. The most important thing is like you are here today, and today we are.
Is this thing on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, getting something in order. Yeah. So,
Yeah, no, that's good, my man.
So Slick is also a South African guy. It took me 2 weeks to get this guy on the hot seat. So Slick is an important fellow. He's not just any other ordinary guy. Yeah, it took me 2 weeks. It's not easy to get someone. 2 weeks. I mean, I find it very difficult. I call him today. I dress up. Something happened. I call him. So enough of that. So he will tell us more about himself, and then like we always do, normal vibe questions, and then we get going. So Slick,
My man.
welcome to Entertainment Zone. This is the studio. This is the office of our channel.
Great, man. This is dope. Nice.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me. This is kind of awkward because I'm not used to this. I had a podcast.
But you've been on a podcast.
Yeah, like this.
And I wanted to ask you, what were you doing those days when you were on?
Yeah. I'll get to that. I'll get to that just now. But my what was I saying? My point is, right? I had a podcast, but on that podcast, I was you. Like I was the one, conducting the interview. Because, like, for me, when someone says to me, like, "Tell me about yourself," it's like I don't think I've done enough. Like, I don't know, in my career, in my achievements and stuff, for me to actually, go like on a podcast and, be the one that's being.
But how was the vibe during your days? When did it happen?
That was probably around 2022. But I'm actually planning on bringing it back again.
But the channel is still active.
The channel is active. It's a different kind of a channel than this. It's not mainly entertainment. It's more educational than entertainment. So yeah, I ran it for about a year.
Oh.
Right, and I had a couple of guests. I also had like some solo sittings where I was just discussing a couple of issues, obviously in the industry that I'm in. And yeah, that's
trade.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to ask, more about during your time of podcasting. I can also get something from there whilst I'm also doing it.
Okay, what do you want to know, to be exact?
No, like what you were doing.
Okay, so I had a podcast, right? Where I would bring on guests who were on the financial industry, who were more successful, who basically found success in the industry, right? So I did that for like a couple of months. So the idea was for people who have, as I was saying, who have seen the success that that I'm talking about. Saying, okay, I've done this and I've seen a bit of success, be it financially, be it socially, be it whatever, right? But they've seen a bit of success and they have a story to tell, but not just a story to tell, but they have some great points that they can share to basically educate someone who still wants to get where they are, right? So that's basically why I was doing it. But outside of that, it was also obviously just to make connections in the industry, right? Because I'm in
the trading industry.
Yeah, because for me it was not just. So let me just explain to you what my podcast was about, or is about rather. It's not just about trading. It's about anyone doing online businesses, right? So if you have an online business, where you are not necessarily employed, but you have your own thing going, right? So that's what my podcast was about. So I had someone there who was doing online marketing, selling stuff like online, be it your clothing. You see people
on your channel.
Yeah, on my channel, right? And then I had someone else who was also a crypto investor, right?
So they come on the seat and then on the channel and then advertise.
No. It was not for advertising. Yeah. It was. So the main purpose of the channel was to basically show people out there that there's more to life and to your career than just your ordinary day-to-day job, right? If you cannot, I'm not saying, well, obviously unemployment is a problem, but since unemployment is a problem, I was just trying to show people that there's other alternatives that they can use to basically make a living off just the internet, right? So that was the main purpose. So that's why I was bringing people who were in different industries, right? Not just people who are in one niche. In a way, it was people from this industry and then someone else from the other industry, so that if my audience watches the podcast, then this guy comes, right? But they don't necessarily resonate with whatever career path or whatever niche rather that this guy chose on making money from home or on working from home. But when the other guy comes, maybe be it this other guy does Herbalife, or this other guy does crypto, this other guy does trading, this other guy does drop shipping. They're all doing something in one industry, using the internet, using different strategies, but everyone's doing it on their own way. And as much as you have an audience with maybe 10,000, 5,000 people, not everyone is going to resonate with one guy. So me inviting people from different industries was for that reason, saying, hey, these are the different things that you can basically try out yourself.
But was it growing though? Your channel?
It was.
Because you have been there before. Me, I'm just,
Yeah, it was growing. Of course, those are some things we can discuss off air as to what strategies you can use to basically put your channel out there. But yeah, it was growing. It was growing. But now I'm actually going back. I'm working on that. I'm in discussion with a couple of people.
You're planning to do the same thing again? What you were doing previously, bring it back again.
Okay. So I did it 2-3 ways, right? I was doing it for live trading, I was doing it for the podcast, and I was doing it for general market analysis and all that stuff. So I was doing it for those 3 reasons. So when I bring it back, I might bring back just the live trading, but not necessarily the podcasting. I might bring back the market trends or whatever, but not necessarily. So I'll still decide as to what do I start with, just so I do not necessarily overwhelm myself with too much, because there's obviously a lot of other things that I'm doing currently that would probably not really allow me to,
be doing it like full time.
Yeah, to do it. Because I won't lie to you, it is a lot of work. Right? It is a lot of work, because now I had to organize. Okay, I had a bit of a team, so I had to organize.
Oh, you had a team?
Yeah, I had a team. I had
and
people.
You can't do this thing alone.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't. It's like there's. I know that maybe like people just see this like us sitting here and talking, but for us to actually get to this, right? There's a lot.
It's a lot.
There's the camera setups. There's the lighting,
lighting.
and the camera guy is most probably not going to be the guy for lighting. So you need the guy for lighting. You need a guy for this. You need a guy for sound. And then you need someone else also for editing, right?
Cool.
So you need all that. So you need like even though it's not a big team, but you need like.
So once you have been there before, if someone is trying to come up with an idea to set up a podcast, I mean, with all these things, what's your advice for that person?
You see, the thing is, what I did. Okay, like here's
You have been there before. You got experience there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then here's my problem. Like this is a personal thing, right? And this is something I was discussing with Udu the other time, that my problem sometimes is that whenever I want to do something, right, I want to do something with. I want to start here, right? I don't necessarily want to start here and build myself up, right? So when I started my channel with a big budget, right? Because I got like a professional camera, I got like professional lighting, sound, and so when all those things,
which means you were putting,
like I had to invest. I had, besides effort, but I had to invest a lot of money, right, into that channel,
because you know the outcome of it.
Besides knowing the outcome, but my point is, if someone wants to start, they shouldn't necessarily make that mistake of wanting to start, with everything, right?
Okay.
If you want to start your channel, you can start with literally just your phone, right? You can just start with your phone with just the simple stuff that you can have access to.
We're starting with the phone. Let me have this time and explain this. I used to watch this guy. He's a Nigerian comedian. He said when he started he's doing skits. Those short videos. He's a Nigerian. He said he started with I think iPhone 6 way back. He was using iPhone 6.
Yeah.
And then he didn't think about the quality of the phone. I mean, taking the videos and stuff. He just kept on putting videos,
putting content out.
You
It's
see,
like,
And then it got to a time he noticed that no, he needs to move from one place to another. Transform.
Yeah.
And then so you just don't have to start from the top like what you're saying.
Yeah. So I think that would also be my biggest advice, that if you want to start, your own podcast, like you don't necessarily have to start with everything. Just start with what you have, and as long as the passion and the drive is there for whatever it is that you're doing, and you know that you're going to be doing it long term, you're not just
was it a passion for you? You had a passion for it?
Yeah, I do. I did have a passion for it. I do have the passion.
That's why you had to start with big.
No. It's not that I had a passion, because it's not that I started with that because I had a big whatever, right?
But you knew the outcome, so you were like, let me start it, boom, and then because you had.
I knew the outcome. How?
You knew the outcome of a podcast, most.
No, because initially for me, I had a different plan. When I basically started my podcast, right? My idea was, I am going to make money out of it, but I had a different approach to it because of the type of industry that I was in. So it was supposed to self-fund, but it took long to get to that point. And already I was spending about, let me not say the figure, but I was spending a huge amount of money on a monthly basis, because I had to pay everyone and I had to pay.
So how many were you in the team, if you don't mind?
Like how many were
team?
My team, I think there was like 4 or 5 people that I was working with, right? Because it was Sia for the lighting, guy for the camera, 2 guys for camera, then the guy for the editing.
You were using 2 cameras?
Yeah. So we had like 2 cameras, one here and one there. So that other one would take the both of us, and then the other one would take one person, you see. So it was almost like a professional thing. But now the problem is that as time goes on, like it gets too much financially, because now you have people that you need to pay every week. you have, and this thing is not bringing in any money.
Yeah,
right?
It takes time. Yo.
Yeah, it takes time. So now, if you want to continue with this thing, it means you need to invest more and more and more and more. And now the pocket is running dry because obviously financially you are not where you need to be able to finance this thing. That's why these things are financed by, certain corporations, because it is an expensive thing to do.
It is.
It is quite expensive if you're doing it that way. But if you just
even the
start
last
small,
time for myself, I was like, okay, let me check it out on Take a Lot if I can buy, those lights.
Yeah.
The prices there, I'm like,
they're quite expensive.
oh.
They're quite expensive. I had to rent those lights as well. For each episode, you obviously have to pay a certain fee. The cameras for each episode, you have to pay a certain fee. I mean, the guys as well, they're not doing this shit for free.
Yeah.
They need to also get paid. So that's why I'm saying don't look at all that yet. Just start with whatever you have.
Yeah.
And then just basically grow from there. If you do have the passion and the drive, long term, and you're obviously producing good content. Because another thing is,
you can't spend all those money, all those people waste their time and not producing something which is not factual.
Yeah. So if you produce good content that's going to be appreciated by someone else. Yeah. Because here's the thing. It's one thing being supported by your circle, right? Because I mean, if you are saying, hey, Slick, you're sending me, because I know you personally. If you're saying to me, yo, Slick, I have this video that I posted on YouTube. Check it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it because I know you.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna, okay, good. I know it's Ben, and that's
and for now, I know that is what I'm getting. People watch my video because they know me.
Yeah. But as time goes on, then when you start growing your profile or you start growing your brand, then your brand is going to start getting to people that do not know you. Yeah. And if someone does not know you, they don't necessarily have to do you any favors by watching your content.
Yeah.
If I see your content and it's something that I'm like, because we give it like what? We have a very short concentration, what is it? Concentration span right now, right? Yeah. People don't focus too much. So when I get across your content and I watch it for 3-4 minutes and it does not intrigue me to continue watching, I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to skip to something else, because YouTube is so broad. There's like a lot of things
going on. So I can't waste my time on this
guy that I do not know, right? Yeah. So when you get to a certain level, you'll start seeing your growth, or you'll start seeing if you're making good content by the number of engagements you're getting from people organically, right? Because that's just it. So you need to make sure that you're doing good content. I'm not saying the quality needs to be on point, but the content itself,
the message coming.
Yeah, depends, man. Because again, it depends on what the show is about in its own. Yeah. So you don't necessarily have to produce educational content, right? Because if you are
even
entertainment zone,
when we started, it wasn't like going to be a podcast.
Yeah.
Bra Frimpong came up with that idea. He was like, Ben, let me put a camera on you, and then he said it. I didn't take it serious. So I was like, oh, okay. And the first time we were recording, it was just me and him, and then I think one other guy. I think Kiss.
Kiss. Yeah, I know Kiss.
Yeah. And then we recorded. So the second time, we were like 5 now. And the guys were coming up with another idea. So in my mind, I was like, we can make something out of it. So I went back on YouTube, and then I was how to create content, and then I was also
it just caught your interest. Yeah, I mean that's,
and I noticed good. I had a passion for it. I'm like, let me put in the energy, let me see.
And that's the reason why you're the only one left now.
That's the reason.
Yeah, but it's Bra Frimpong, right?
Because I still go back.
This is the 6th or 4th, 5th episode. Bra Frimpong. Bra Frimpong is nowhere to be found, my man. This thing is no.
Yesterday, I got a message on my phone. There was this lady. She was like, "Where's your brother?"
Because I remember when you came to my place at first, before you moved, like you had, he wasn't there.
The
You
first
said-
time I came to your
Yeah,
place.
the first time you came to my place, and then the second time you came to
Right.
my place again, it was still not there.
Yeah.
And then you showed me a video when you was introducing this. It was not there. You were recording someone else earlier today, right? Before
Yeah.
me. It was not there. We're recording now. It's still not there.
So what happened to that guy? He just vanished.
Again, man, when you start something, this is something that actually always happens again. Whenever you start something, right? You might start it as a group,
Yeah.
but you will not necessarily have the same vision for that thing. Like, it's only going to be, a lot of people are going to fall off.
Okay.
And then, the ones that keep at it are the ones that basically mostly see that success.
But he's still there. We still work together. Because the last
see
video that I dropped, he was busy editing the caption. I asked him to do it for me. But I don't know what tomorrow.
Let's hope we'll see Prafiq Pong at the next episode.
Yeah,
even if it's just in the background, but like, just giving those
I'm
money get a
always
comment.
like giving him shout out.
Yeah.
And I say it always. But one thing is, the moment I sit here, he comes in mind.
Yeah. Because you started together.
You see, yeah, that's why most of the videos I give him shout out. Because the moment I sit here and I'm like, when I'm giving shout out and I don't mention his name, I don't feel within me. You see, I think I have to put his name.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Prafiq Pong. I know we'll see him tomorrow there.
Maybe he's going to the gym. We don't know.
I doubt it. The last time we spoke, okay, when we spoke to him a couple of times, what was he saying about the gym?
Nah, he wasn't urging it. He wasn't trying to so we know what you guys are up to.
Yeah.
Slick, let's continue with our busy thing. But
Yeah.
you didn't introduce yourself.
Yeah. I mean, man, it's again, as I'm
Because
saying,
people will maybe want to know. I mean,
it's kind of awkward, like to introduce myself and to, like, I don't know how people do it, like introduce yourself and then you,
okay, let me ask.
introduce yourself. Like, I mean, again,
Okay, introduce yourself.
as I was telling you even earlier,
Assuming there's no.
no, even if there is a camera, like it's always very awkward for me. I was telling him to the last time, like it's always very awkward for me to, like, this is no, it's not necessarily being shy. Like, I don't feel as though
energy.
actually, I don't know. It's not even the
Where
energy.
to start from?
Yeah. So
But I remember that day when in Tonzi was introducing himself.
yeah.
Yeah, he was like, shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad,
Yeah.
shout out to my parent, and he started from himself, you see.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me introduce myself. My name is Linda, and I was invited to the podcast.
That's what I want to hear.
I don't know what to say, my man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
At least. You were South African.
Yeah, I'm South African.
Okay, that's nice. So tell us how your early days of South African life was. I mean, your early days growing up, school life, high
Yeah.
school days, university days. How was life?
It was fine, man. Okay. Okay, here's the thing. If I have to tell you about how I grew up, I grew up in the hood, right? I was born and bred in Soweto,
Okay.
right? I lived like almost most of my life, obviously, in Soweto, and I studied in the hood, obviously, government, just a normal family, normal Soweto low class family. Yeah, grew up there, attended primary, attended high school. Uh, honestly, nothing interesting. During,
How was your high school days like?
no, as I'm saying, nothing interesting. Like, my high school days were just high school days, and my university days were also just university days. It was. They were chilled, man. Right? There was a lot of working in at the beginning, because I started working again when I was young, like 2008, when I was still doing 1 grade.
That's when you started working.
Yeah, like as I was still in high school,
Oh, okay.
right? So when it was holidays, you
okay.
you do those that work, and then on weekends you do like your little car wash, you washing your cars there. So it was 2008, and then when it fell into my university years, I also didn't my university years I didn't really have much going on around. It was just me and school, and then I started working, and then from working, I think that's when I started experiencing a bit of life. Because as I was saying, when I was growing up, there was literally from let me say from 18 going down, or let me say from 20 going down.
You have a lot there, eh? There's a lot going on that side. Slay.
Nah, that's an inside joke, guys. You won't get it.
There's no way you're gonna say that.
Yeah, so from 20 going down, my man, there was a lot going. I mean, there was not much going on, right? And then I started having a bit of movement, a bit of the minute I go to like 21, 22, 23, that's when like I say the most interesting years, the most challenging years then started coming, right? And then that's when you started having ideas on what to do, what not to do, Yeah, so it's just a typical hood story.
Okay.
Where you find someone growing up in the hood and they decide not to fall into the trap of the hood.
Okay.
Not trying to, just because I actually like subconsciously made that decision not to fall into the smoking, the drugs, the crime, and the whatever. It was a subconscious decision from a certain age. Yeah. So apart from that, man, there's not that much. Yeah. Unless you want to know something more interesting.
I think that would be fine.
Okay.
That would be okay for now.
I think that's.
I think that would be okay for
Yeah.
now. Because, it seems like you got a lot to say during your 20s. Coming down. Like what you said. You said it.
From 20s going down. No. Nah. Nah, I have not. I have not much to say.
He got a lot to say. You are a witness.
Yeah, let the man point out.
No, that's what
But not on camera.
Yes.
Slick.
Hey, man, I'm not saying anything. I don't say anything myself. I don't say anything. But yeah, in a nutshell, that's what's up, I mean. In a nutshell, that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah. Someone.
Yeah. I remember. I miss Nick. I'm off the streets now.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
That's fine.
Come on, guys.
Were you going there?
No.
I was not going there.
Myself, I'm the same.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can continue.
Slick.
Yeah, but yeah, we can continue from there. What's up?
Oh, okay. Tell us more about how South Africa is growing up and then witnessing a little bit about South African life.
I understand the
Because
context.
you grew up in Soweto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to Soweto, I think twice. Twice. How's life there growing up?
As I was saying.
Okay, maybe to you it's a normal vibe.
Yeah, like you see, when it comes to that, I grew up in an era, because I know when I talk to people now, right, and well, not now, like a couple of years ago when I was still working, when I told those niggas I'm from Soweto, and they were from like the other side, some were from Tembisa, some were from Midrand, some that side, they're not used to Soweto. They always hear the negative
part of it.
Yeah, I grew up in Soweto and in Doornkop, and for me, I think it was not as the typical Soweto or the typical story where you would always have crime around. You always have gangsters. You always have. It was pretty chilled, actually, and it was not like the suburban side of Soweto. It was still the ghetto, but like it was chilled. We didn't experience a lot of crime. We didn't experience a lot of. Of course, there was crime,
Yeah.
but it was not
Crime
like
is everywhere.
yeah. But it was not like in your face where you know how like some stories on TV like perceive it that when you go around the corner you're gonna get mugged or whatever. No, there's nothing like that. In fact, I think in my growing up, not in my late years, growing up, I had never experienced like like I'd never been a victim of crime in any way, right? I don't know, maybe it's because I was young, maybe it's because, but people experience crime from a very young age. Like you obviously going to the shop, your phone gets taken, but none of that stuff had ever really happened to me, right? So it was pretty chilled, man. It was just a normal childhood. Of course, there's other stories that you could tell, but like it was not as hectic as some people would perceive it, right? So I think over time things have changed, and when I go back to the hood now, yeah, things have changed, right? And when I'm saying things have changed, I'm saying things have changed for the worst, right? It was not as chilled as it was. There's still not that much of crime, but there's not that much of positivity happening, right? And I think that's the one thing that can be depressing about the hood, the fact that in most cases you don't see a lot of positive stories. You always see, when you go to the hood, you're like, okay, what happened to that guy? Okay, what happened? Or what's happening to that guy? What's happening to this guy? It's not that much of a motivation. There is obviously motivating stories, but they're quite limited, So that's just the one thing that can be heartbreaking.
Let me not cut you short. Yeah, I think I have understood a lot about that side.
Yeah,
I do.
Which side do you want to understand now?
I have understood.
You've understood that side. Now, which one do you want to understand?
I have understood.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go on.
Yeah, no, we can.
The show still continue.
Yeah, we can continue.
I love this.
We can continue.
I wish to have you like every weekend. So tell me, if you are given one opportunity,
given, yeah,
like you have one opportunity to, let's say, to talk to the president of South Africa, anything that you wanna put out there.
I don't know if that's a political question.
Not a political question, but you are asking. You have one chance with the president, like one-on-one, like how we sitting.
Yeah.
You have one opportunity to ask him a question.
What question would I ask him?
Yeah.
That's quite a difficult question. Because of course there's a lot to ask. And I know that there's the shoes that the role or the position that he has is quite a difficult role. Like if you think about it, running a business, your shop, is quite difficult, right? And then if your shop grows to 2 shops, it becomes more difficult, right? And when now it becomes a big company where it becomes even more difficult. Now imagine running a country. Running a country is also, something else, right? And obviously there's going to be a lot of negatives that are happening around. But probably the question I would ask him is, why are you not resigning? Because
Snake.
Yeah, I think that's the only question that I would probably ask him because of the obvious. I'm not a very political person, to tell you the truth, but from my 2 cents, I understand
So
the
you
shoes.
think the pressure coming is too much, so he needs to resign?
Not that the pressure that is coming. I'm just not happy with most of the decisions that are being made. Right. And
let's not go into politics.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's a very political statement. But that's what I would ask.
Really?
Personally, that's what I would ask.
That's too much. Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's...
These guys, they are not just ordinary guys. when you are close to them, it's different.
How so?
You know, the standard of him is very different. So when you have this question, but the moment he's in front of you, I'm not sure that question will come up.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, it depends. Like, that's why I'm saying I'm not a very political person, right? So if I had to ask him something, then I now need to dive like into like the politics of the country and whatever, so that I could be able to ask him that whatever question. But yeah, I don't have any other question that I would probably ask him. And maybe I would when I get there. But again, for me, I've never been the type that necessarily looked at the government or the government in general. Let me not say the politics. I've never been the type that looks at the government for any type of provision, be it opportunities or whatever. So that's why it's not even in my in my radar. So that's why it would be quite difficult for me to
ask that question.
Yeah. So I think that's the best way I could say it.
What is that one thing you wish it didn't exist in this world?
One thing that I wish didn't exist.
Yeah.
Anything. Should be an easy one. But I think religion. Yeah. I think if, or maybe let me say, segregated religions, like this religion, that religion, that religion, that religion.
So in your mind, there was no religion. That's what you.
No, I'm not saying there was no religion. I'm saying if there's one thing that I wish did not exist in that, I would say it's religion. Again, it's another topic because those are things like that I then pay attention to some degree, right? Let me put it this way. With religion, I feel as though there's too much different, which causes a lot of. So I think
many divisions.
Yeah. So if I think if maybe religion,
there was only one religion, and then we were all.
Yes, it would be better. It's the same as races, right? If there was something else outside of religion, then I would say race, right? If there was no ratio, because these are the things that basically cause a lot of segregation, right? You are this, you are that, you are this, you are that, instead of you are human, you're human. So those are the things. That's what I believe in. If I see you, I need to see a human being outside of your race, your religion, your culture, your gender, your sexuality. All those things need not to exist. I need to see just another thing would be your nationality. You're from South Africa. Some of those things that sometimes happen. So if it could only be just human beings. Doesn't matter if you are
black or
white. Yeah. I think that's the only thing for me. Yeah.
It's true because it has caused a lot of harm.
Yeah, I mean, there's I mean, again, different. It's good being different and everyone having their own whatever. But again, I think in history, our differences have caused more harm than good. Yeah, so that's why I'm saying, if we could overlook those, then things would be much better. Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
It has caused. When you go deep, it has really caused a lot of divisions.
Yeah. Again, very. It's not political, but it's too
wild.
Something else. But that's just my thoughts on it. Now, again, if we have to go deeper into why I think this is good, why I think this is bad, it's another it's another thing. It's another show on its own. You see.
What's your type of music?
I grew up with a lot of hip hop.
Yeah. I know you like hip hop.
Yeah, I like.
You're a hip hop guy.
Yeah, I like it. But another thing, you know, when I was growing up, like our uncles and our brothers used to tell me that no, we're listening to bullshit music, blah blah blah. We're there listening to Drake and Lil Wayne.
Yeah, they know you, whilst listening to those music, you're just making noise.
Yeah, for them it was like we're listening to shit, right? And then as I grew up. Right now, no, these kids listen to shit, man. I listen to hip hop now. I'm like, I don't even know who's new in the game. Like, I don't know. I honestly don't. I know. I can hear them. It's
they sound way different.
But man, they sound.
But I remember, in let's say like 15 years or 10 years back, you were jamming to it.
Yeah, that's not necessarily. I wasn't jamming to the music that's been. But a couple of years ago, the music that I think was good, that I thought was good, or that I still think is good, the people senior to me, like the people older than me, think it's bullshit music.
Yeah.
And now I'm, growing up and I'm listening to today's hip hop, and I'm like, I can't stomach it that much. You see, so I listen to different, like I listen to people who are more. Because you know what, the type of music that I like, I love hip hop, but like I don't necessarily love like mostly like the the turn up hip hop. Like I love your Jay-Z. I resonate a lot with Jay-Z. I love your Cole. I love your Kendrick. So you see already with my top 3, you can see what type of hip hop I listen to, and then on the new cats you can see that Dax is good. Because when I listen to his music, he's saying something, right? I listen to his music, and even if sometimes you don't learn something, but you relate to what he's saying. Like he's gonna tell a story, and he's gonna say something, that like is gonna leave you, So that's the type of music that I like.
In Africa, Afrobeat
a bit. I like. I was actually just listening to what's this nigga? I forgot his name when I came here. Of course I fucked up. Who never fucked up? Hands in the air. No hands. It's
Black Sheriff.
The Black Sheriff. Yeah. Before I came here, I was actually listening to Black Sheriff. It's from Ghana, right? Yeah, I was listening to Black Sheriff. I listened to a couple of Ghanaian artists.
So
how
many artists, musician artists you know from Ghana?
Yeah, probably two. Sarkodie and the Black Sheriff. Yeah.
Oh, see.
Probably two. My man, I lost touch of music. I was actually discussing. We were talking about it a few weeks ago, ne? We're discussing it. My man, you know what the thing is, ne?
Yeah.
For me, you know what the thing is.
Okay. Let's move from Ghana to Nigeria.
And in either way, like even with the type of music that I listen to, which is hip hop, I'm not in touch. Like I'm not updated with what's happening. Because when I was younger, right, where I used to listen to a lot of music, I had the time to listen to music. I had the time to catch up to who dropped what, and then I have to listen to the album. And when I listen to an album, I would listen to the whole body of work. I would listen to the album from start to finish. I would analyze and all that shit. I used to have time for that. Right now, I'm in a position where I cannot, right, because I'm working, right. I'm busy. Yeah, like I'm not as free as I was before, right? So my time is very limited to catching up to what's happening.
But let's be fair here. Give me 5 artists from Nigeria.
5 artists from Nigeria. I can give you Davido, can give you Wizkid, can give you Rema. Is it Rema?
Yeah.
Right? I can also give you the Beef with AKA. Yeah, Jonas. Benna Boy.
Just give it that.
Benna Boy, yeah. I can give you Benna Boy and one more.
But it's good. At least you try. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there should be one more. Man. I know. I
And
should
the
know
ladies-
one more. Should know one more. The ladies, I saw this sexy one. I forgot her name.
Come on.
Thames. Yeah, Thames. She's from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thames is from Nigeria. Yeah, she's not from Nigeria. She's from South Africa, but she is sexy as fuck. Goodness. Oh, what are you buy?
Oh, Tyler.
Tyler. Yeah, and then I know Tyler, so she's from here.
You really have to say that.
I know Tyler.
Because you know I'm not gonna ask about South African artists, right?
Who's not gonna answer? You.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you know them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know them, my man. I don't know them. I was with the gents last week,
Yeah.
and that was the first time I saw Mahu.
Mahu.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Like the piano lady, like she does vocals for most of these piano songs.
Yeah.
But she
Ooh.
becomes
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice and thick.
But she knows the songs.
Yeah, I know you know the songs.
I might know,
Nice.
nah?
Yeah, she's very big. Yeah, her name is Mahu. Let me show you.
I mean, I know most of South African artists. Me,
Yeah,
I mean,
you probably know her.
Yeah.
You just
the name, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, you know her. Like it was the first time, and then there's this other nigga that who Foza was talking about also this weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't know that nigga. like it's not like
I understand. I understand why these days you don't know them. I understand.
yeah. I mean, Ishman, there's a lot to catch up. I mean, I don't know like entertainment in general what's going on because that's not why, ne? That's not my industry, right? It's not an
What's your
industry that I finance. Right.
Oh.
So the industry that I operate in, I know who's who because it's relevant to me and what I'm doing and my goals.
Okay.
Right. So with the music industry, it's for entertainment. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying I'm not entertained, but like I'm not someone who pays
Yeah,
too much
yeah.
attention into entertainment.
I get you.
Right?
I get
Yeah.
you.
In fact, most of the time when we're chilling, we don't know what the fuck is going on outside. Like we just know our world.
Yeah.
Right? That when there's a new trend and the
Because-
niggas visit on the weekend and then they start talking about this, they say they call us this, we don't know what the fuck that is. You only hear it because I'm not even on TikTok. I'm not you see?
You're not on TikTok.
Nah, man.
Don't be an old school.
You see, that's the thing. So that's why I'm not necessarily in touch with what's going on. So that's why
I get you. I
yeah,
get
with
you.
entertainment in general, I'm the wrong person to talk to.
So what's your type?
Type of what?
Women.
Type of women.
Yeah. Because I know that guy's type.
my man, why am I suffering here?
You're not suffering. I just
That was such a turn, bro. That was such a turn. Don't listen to that guy.
What
That
is
was
he
such a
saying?
twist, my man. Because right now we're just talking about music, and then what's my time? So I told you not to listen to that guy.
We're still waiting for your time.
You need help answering that.
Well. My type, you see, there was Do at the house the other time when you were interviewing him, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he told us about his type.
Yeah,
So
I
why you-
remember him telling us about his type.
No.
And what's my type? My type is a woman.
A woman.
Yeah.
What type of a woman?
The one that breathes, my man. Yeah, my man, what do you mean?
Are there ladies out there who are not breathing?
We call them breathers.
And I know all brothers types.
Yeah, there's some of my brothers. As long as she's not a breather,
Okay.
it's fine. A breather is this one you just go to and say, okay, she's alive.
Just answer the question. Just answer me. Just keep in the question straight. I understand. We just keep in the question.
No. But I answered you, my man.
It's
Which
fine.
we think you're quiet for me there with those ones. Relax.
Yeah, no, you are.
I'm not. Let's move on to that. I'm not. No, I'm not. That is you and him and then the rest. Ntum and the rest.
Okay. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
But how do you do it? Man, it's every day. Day in. It's day in, day out.
You started all this. It's you. So Slick,
Yeah.
if you had to give advice to your fellow men out there, what will it be? Any advice for me?
Any advice? Take responsibility. Anything that you have to do, anything that you need to just take fucking responsibility. No one's here to save you. No one's here to give you anything. You need to always be ready for whatever that's coming, and you need to take it as a man. And whatever situation you're going into, no one's going to rescue you. You need to make sure that you get yourself out. That's what I would say.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're drawing the curtains down. Yeah. Any shout outs to
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to everyone. Watch the podcast. Share it. Yeah.
subscribe?
Subscribe, like,
Leave a
comment.
Yeah.
So you know why you need to do those things, right? Let me just tell you. If you love your boy, if you leave a like, you leave a comment. What that does is it boosts the algorithms on YouTube, which basically helps the channel grow. Because the more engagements the channel gets, the more they realize that, okay, this guy is doing something and people are loving it, and then they show it to more people who are not going to see it if you did not leave your like and your comment. So if you do that, if you leave a like and leave a comment, just like and say, great show. That goes a long way to grow the channel.
This was a great show. I really love the show.
Yeah.
It was
so if you do that, you're helping this channel grow. Please do that for the boy. And that's it. Thank you.
I really appreciate your time for coming. It took me 2 weeks.
Man.
2 weeks for you to be on the hot seat, guys.
Again, we're gonna go back to where the story started. And as this thing insists.
No. In December, I wanna do something on the show.
What?
But it has to be you two guys. So I'm thinking, what do you think we must put on the show?
Us two.
Yeah.
Me and the fat one.
Yeah, you and the fat one. You and the fat one. I'm trying to come up with something if we can do in December. Yeah.
Okay.
On the show, maybe a game night or something. Asking questions.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. So that's what.
And plus, I haven't smoked weed in so long, my man. Maybe we could smoke weed on the show.
Come on, guys. Thank you very much for your time. It was nice having Linda Kosi.
Linden goes.
Linden Kosi on the show. Yeah, it's still your boy Life Master. You're still on the channel.
And your boy Brafin Pong.
Brafin Pong. Shout out to Brafin Pong for not coming. Shout out to you, Brafin Pong, for not coming. I mean, we're still doing this together, bro. We're still doing this together. Shout out to Ntunzi. Ntunzi is behind the camera today. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Spicy. Shout out to you.
I was about to say spicy.
Yeah, so do well, subscribe, and then share. Yeah, do your best, and then we'll also give you the best. Thank you very much.